Good afternoon, Guardians, and welcome to episode 15 of This Week in Destiny. Well, actually, I'm tempted to call it episode 14.5. I mean, not a whole heck of a lot of news has happened over the past week. Even look at Bungie's weekly update, which this week quickly went over some stats and then included a comic about Vladimir Putin. I think you all know at this point that I'd rather keep it brief and not take up your time talking about nothing as opposed to droning on and on about little inconsequential news stories. So this week, I'm setting the world record for the shortest This Week in Destiny ever. I think, maybe. To start off, let's look at these Trials of Osiris stats that Bungie posted because I actually think they're pretty interesting. And segue, if you're looking for people to play the Trials of Osiris with, make sure to head on over to DestinyLFG.com to form a fire team. In fact, one of the highest upvoted posts on the Destiny subreddit this week was written by Paladuck, who describes his awesome experience using Destiny LFG for Trials himself. So if you have not seen these Bungie stats yet, then let's have a little bit of fun. I'm going to do a little pop quiz here, and you guys can let me know in the comments how horribly far off you were from the actual answers. So, the Bungie weekly update was written on May 28th. So at that point, how many Trials of Osiris matches do you think had been played? Is it A, 1,382,012, B, 982,716, C, 3,798,561, or D, 11? If you want to pause the video for a second, go ahead, because the answer is C. That's actually pretty surprising to me. Almost 4 million matches in one specific game mode the week after the expansion launched is pretty crazy. Okay, so based on that, 4 million matches, how many total kills do you think took place in the trials? Is it A, 239,012,821, B, 94,281,032, C, 118,627,301, or D, 3,798,560? And if you guessed C, you would be correct. I went to college, I know the answer is always C. Almost 120 million player deaths inside of the trials so far. Just to put that in perspective, the Black Plague killed about 25 million Europeans over the course of decades, so what I'm trying to say is you are literally the biggest threat to humankind ever. Alright, last question. How many Guardians do you think achieved a perfect scorecard? A perfect scorecard. Is it A, 298,999, B, 299,000, C, 299,001, or D, Bungie's community manager, Deej? Tough decisions. A lot of good answers up there. My gut would say it's C based on previous answers, but something about D seems really enticing. And the correct answer was C. Told you it's always C. That was really fun, guys. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you absolutely hated it. In more pressing news, Bungie released a hotfix patch 1.2.0.2 just earlier today. This adds a bunch of small changes to the game, so go ahead and check the link in the description to read all over it. I'm not going to go over it all in the video. It appears Bungie believes the most important part of the patch is that treasure keys will be handed out more willy-nilly in various different ways. As for community content this week, not a whole lot going on. Remember, if you see something special that you think should be on the show, to tweet it to me at RaidLeaderTV. In the meantime, YouTuber Dado Does Destiny just uploaded his full 14-minute review of the Prison of Elders, so I definitely recommend checking that out. That dude makes some pretty solid Destiny content. And now there's a giant garbage truck outside my window, which means it's the end of the episode. If you liked this video, I know someone else you'll like, me, so be sure to click the link on the screen to see last week's video in case you missed it. That's all for this time, folks. If you found this video bearable, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week on Raid Leader TV.